Most men learn to shave in their teens and then they stick pretty much to the way they've learned it, mostly with like an electric razor like this one. Now, I've had a lot of beard styles over the years, and this has taught me how to shave and especially what tools to use. So for example, this straight razor versus a barber razor. Now today I've shaven with this electric razor, and you can see I still have a lot of beard growth with my hair, with my beard. You can definitely see a lot of that. I still have a lot of darkness around my face. But when applying a little shaving foam, and then using a safety razor like this, I can get a lot cleaner shave. Now, whether you use a safety razor like this or like some of these disposable razors from brands like Gillette or Bic, it doesn't matter that much. I think cutting yourself with a safety razor is pretty hard to do. You just need to move a little slowly and with a very light touch. And then with these as well, either of these brands are very, very good. And I'd use these to shave like my whole face. Now, when using a straight razor or barber razor, I wouldn't recommend doing your whole face with this. There are people that do this, of course, and it's like the most traditional style of shaving yourself. But using this on your entire face, I think that is just a little too much surface for your entire face to do that. But I do use this because it gives you a lot of precision, a lot more than you can get from like a safety razor like this one, because you can't see the blade that much. It's just a little bit in there, slanted in there, and with this you have full control over where you're guiding your blade. So I'd use this when you have like a beard and you want to shave very specific parts of your beard to make like those contours and make it stand out. So this is perfect for if you have a beard and you want to shave the rest of your face and your neck to match with that beard style. I'd use something like this, a safety razor if you're doing your whole face, and I'd use something like this, a straight or barber razor, if you're doing specific parts of your face and still have like that beard. And that's also why you see this a lot in those barber shops where people have these cool beard styles, because this really gives you full control. Now, if you shave your face, you normally go over it 3 times. When I shave myself, I usually use a electric razor for normal days, but I do shave wet with like a safety razor when I have like a party or I'm going out. Then I want to make sure that I have a very clean shaven face, or I'm meeting someone. I think that shows a sign of respect as well, if you go and meet someone and you have a clean shaven face. Of course, if that's your beard style of choice. I shave my complete beard, then I often in normal working days I use an electric razor, just a little bit faster. But when you shave wet, you can get a really close shave like this, and that's because you go over it 3 times normally. Now, the first time you go with the grain. For most of my beard, that's down with the grain, but some beards grow a few hairs here and there in a different direction. You should make sure to find out in which direction your hair grows to go with the grain with the first time, because it glides a lot better when you do that. Now, the second time you go over it, you do it sideways, so you get all of those hairs and get a really close shave there. And the third time, the last time, and it's important that you do this last, because going against the grain is like the hardest way to shave. If you start off going against the grain, then you will get razor burn for sure and a few nicks here and there. But when you do it lastly, then you only have those very tiny small hairs left, then that way you don't nick yourself and you go through the hairs without any problem. So for me, that's mostly going from down to up almost everywhere. So I get a very close shave. So that's the way you do these very close shaves, and that lasts me almost all day, so I don't get that 5 o'clock shade when I use this, even though I have this very heavy beard growth. I mean very heavy and very dark beard. That way shaving, that's perfect for me when you're going out and you don't want that 5 o'clock shade. Some people do that every day, but it might take like 10 to 15 minutes to fully go over that. So even I am pretty vain. I use an electric razor most days. Now then, let's get to the electric razor. The reason that you want wet dry electric shaver like this Braun S8 series, for example, I really like this one. You can get a pretty close shave and still have like a way of aiming this at very specific parts of your beard. But why I chose a wet dry shaver is because you can do the first time of shaving of those 3 parts of shaving with your electric razor to save a little time. Why I like to use a wet shaver for that is you can still apply that shaving foam or like this transparent shaving gel if you'd like, and go over your entire face and neck to do that first pass. If you don't use a wet shave and do that dry, you can still get some razor burn here and there, and you don't want that, especially if you're wet shaving afterwards. It's such a shame if you get razor burn from that first pass. But this might save you a little time to do that first pass with an electric shaver and then use a wet one. So just apply a little shaving foam or shaving gel and then go over your face with this. Then apply some more shaving foam and do the second pass with your safety razor or with one of your disposable razors if you'd like, and then go fully over that, fully over your beard, like sideways to get all of those hairs, and then do the third pass also against the grain, and then you've saved a little time doing it first with an electric razor, and you can get those first large hairs out of there. And this also makes sure that you don't get any nicks or anything. So sometimes if you have a little bit too long a hair, you go against the grain on some parts of your face, you might nick yourself, and it's almost impossible to do that if you do that first pass with an electric razor. So that's a nice tip that you can use. Now after you've shaved yourself, and it doesn't matter if you use an electric razor, safety razor or a straight razor or one of these disposable razors, you need to apply some balm to your face, some aftershave. All of the pores can heal very quickly. Now, and don't make this mistake, you don't want to use any alcohol here. So alcohol-based aftershaves, I think it's a bit of the classic method to use these alcohol-based shaving lotions back in the day, and I think this brand Pinot is a really cool brand. It looks the part, but when you use an alcohol-based one, then it dries out your skin just a little bit. So it's a lot better to use an aftershave balm, something like the Pro Raso one, I really love that brand, to apply that to your face so it doesn't dry out and you don't get that dry skin. So I think something like this is a lot better here. So to recap, safety razors versus straight razors, and I think these can fit in there as well. Disposable razors, a little bit more like that safety razor. I'd use this if I do my entire face and I want to shave wet. You can use this one to do the first pass, an electric razor here, and I definitely use this one a lot when I grow out my beard a little bit and I want a specific beard style to do that precision shaving here. So those are the different types of shaving devices that you can choose to shave your beard, and I'm eager to hear which type you use and if you're sticking to it.